We will now discuss the solution of a problem from the section Trigonometry. This question is based on the concepts of range of inverse trigonometric functions. This question has appeared in the joint entrance examination main held on 27th June 2022 in the first shift. The given question is sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3 plus cos inverse of cos of 7 pi by 6 plus tan inverse of tan of 3 pi by 4 is equal to. We are given four options. Option A 11 pi by 12, option B 17 pi by 12, option C 31 pi by 12, option D minus 3 pi by 4. So we have to find the value of sine inverse of sine of 2 pi by 3 plus cos inverse of cos of 7 pi by 6 plus tan inverse of tan of 3 pi by 4. That is our given question. We will now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. Let us now first of all recall the range of sine inverse x, cos inverse x and tan inverse x. The range is in other words called principal value branch of these sine inverse x, cos inverse x and tan inverse x. And the range or the principal value branch of sine inverse x is the closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and the range or principal value branch of cos inverse x is the closed interval 0 to pi, and the range or principal value branch of tan inverse x is the open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. In other words, when sine inverse of sine x will be precisely x, when x belongs to the principal value branch, namely closed interval minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Yes. And cos inverse of cos x will be x if x belongs to the principal value branch, namely closed interval 0 to pi. Tan inverse of tan of x will be x if x belongs to the open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Let's now get into the question. Now first we take sine inverse of sine of 2 pi by 3. And this is not equal to 2 pi by 3 because 2 pi by 3 does not belong to the principal value branch, namely the closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So we will try to write sine inverse of sine of some angle theta, where theta belongs to the principal value branch, namely minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. To do so, what we will do is sine of 2 pi by 3, we will write it as sine of pi minus pi by 3. Sine of pi minus pi by 3 is sine of 2 pi by 3. And now sine of pi minus pi by 3 is sine pi by 3 only. Sine of pi minus pi by 3 is sine pi by 3 only. In other words, what you are saying is sine 2 pi by 3 is sine pi by 3. Is okay. But what is that we have brought now? We have brought this pi by 3 in the principal value branch of the sine inverse x. So where pi by 3 belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, the closed interval. So therefore sine inverse of sine of pi by 3 is pi by 3. Agreed? And we go for the second term. Cos inverse of cos of 7 pi by 6. Now 7 pi by 6 exceeds pi, this does not belong to 0 to pi. Therefore, the value cos inverse of cos of 7 pi by 6 is not 7 pi by 6. But we look at 7 pi by 6. We look at 7 pi by 6. Agreed? So, where cos will be positive? Cos will be positive in the fourth quadrant. And 7 pi by 6, we write it as 2 pi minus 7 pi by 6 or minus 7 pi by 6. So, cos inverse of 2 pi minus, not 7 pi by 6, 5 pi by 6. Yes. Minus 7 pi by 6 is minus 5 pi by 6. So, cos of 2 pi minus 5 by 6. 2 pi minus 5 by 6, 5 pi by 6 is 7 pi by 6. Yes. So, cos of 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6, it is in the fourth quadrant. Cos of this 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6 is cos 5 pi by 6. Now, we successfully brought down this 5 pi by 6 in the principal value branch of cos inverse x, namely 0 to pi. 5 pi by 6 belongs to 0 to closed interval 0 to pi. Therefore, cos inverse of 5 pi by 6 is 5 pi by 6. So, what are we doing? We are trying to bring this cos inverse of cos of some angle. That angle belongs to the principal branch, and thereby cos inverse of cos of x will be x when x belongs to the principal value branch that we are applying. Agreed. Now, let's get into tan inverse of tan of 3 pi by 4, and 3 pi by 4 does not belong to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Therefore, the answer is not 3 pi by 4. So, but 3 pi by 4 is in other words 135 degrees. It is in the second quadrant, but trying to get something in the third quadrant? No. So, we write let us write tan of pi minus pi by 4. Agreed. Pi minus pi by 4 is 3 pi by 4. Agreed. But tan inverse of tan of pi minus pi by 4 is equal to tan inverse of tan of pi minus pi by 4 minus tan pi by 4. Minus tan pi by 4 is tan of, in brackets, minus pi by 4. One more step, if you want, you can write minus tan pi by 4, we have written tan of, in brackets, minus pi by 4. So, that means tan inverse of tan of minus pi by 4. Minus pi by 4 belongs to the principal value branch of the tan inverse x, namely open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So, tan inverse of tan of, in brackets, minus pi by 4 will be minus pi by 4. Mostly, the students will be making mistake while writing this one. These two things normally people write, but here they may commit a mistake, and thereby you may get a wrong answer. Yes. Now, the sum of all those things, sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 3 plus cos inverse of cos of 7 pi by 6 plus tan inverse of tan of 3 pi by 4 is equal to pi by 3 plus 5 pi by 6 plus minus pi by 4. Take the LCM and simplify. We get 11 pi by 12. So, that is the answer to this question. Let's look at our options. Our answer 11 pi by 12 appears against option A. Therefore, the answer to this question is option A. So, that is the detailed discussion of the solution of the problem based on the concepts of range of inverse trigonometric functions, which is a very basic question, and it is in one way it is a very easy question. And I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.